Close your eyes for 3 seconds and imagine your life 5 years from today. Really see it. Where are you standing? Who are you talking to? Are you speaking English with a smile on your face, feeling totally relaxed? Or, are you doing exactly what you're doing now? Has anything changed?
If that thought makes you feel a little bit excited, and maybe a little bit scared at the same time, you're in the right place. That scared feeling isn't a bad sign. It's just your brain realizing that something big, something meaningful, is actually possible.
Exactly. We often ignore that feeling, but today we're going to lean into it. We're talking about how to actually get to that future version of you. We aren't just going to wish for it or wait for luck. We're going to build a sturdy bridge to get there, one brick at a time. Welcome back to the English Learn HQ podcast. I'm Jane.
And I'm Michael. We're so glad you're hanging out with us today. Haha. You know, Jane, that question about the future is heavy. It's funny how when we are kids, we don't feel that weight at all. We don't think about how or when. We just think everything is possible. Wow. It reminds me of how differently I saw the world when I was a little boy.
Oh, definitely. Children are the ultimate dreamers because they haven't learned about bills, busy schedules, or the fear of making mistakes yet. So, what was your biggest, most impossible dream back then?
I was absolutely convinced I was going to be a pilot. I didn't just want to fly. I wanted to live in the clouds. I used to find the biggest cardboard box I could, drag it into the living room, and call it my cockpit. I'd draw dozens of buttons, screens, and flashing lights on the inside with a black marker. I wanted to see the whole world from above. What about you?
I went the opposite. I wanted to stay on the ground and feed the world. I wanted to be a world-class chef in a fancy restaurant. I'd spend entire afternoons in the garden making magic potions and secret recipes. I'd mix dirt, leaves, and rainwater, garnish it with some fresh grass, and put it in a bowl. Then I'd tell my parents it was 5-star soup, and they had to pretend to enjoy every spoonful.
Haha, I bet they deserve an award for best acting for tasting that dirt soup. So, the pilot and the chef, how's that going for us now?
Well, my 5-star soup today is usually just some pasta I overcooked because I was busy watching a documentary. And I think your cockpit is now a desk chair with a mountain of emails, right?
Sadly, yes. My adventures today usually involve navigating through a spreadsheet, but it's interesting. Those dreams weren't wrong or silly. They showed us what we valued even then. Wow. You valued creativity and care, and I valued freedom and adventure. Those dreams gave us a direction. And that's really what we're digging into today. The difference between having a big, beautiful dream and actually setting a sturdy goal to reach it.
I think people get stuck because they use those two words like they mean the same thing, but they are very different. For our English learners out there, let's use a travel analogy. The dream is the destination. It's that beautiful, sun-drenched city on a map you've always wanted to visit. But the goal? That's the bus ticket, the passport application, or the flight booking that actually gets you moving.
I love that. You can look at the map all day. Oh, I'm going to look at the map and kiss it every morning for good luck. But without the ticket, you're just standing at the station watching everyone else's bus leave. You feel left behind because you didn't take the first step.
Exactly, or think of it like a plant. The dream is the beautiful, bright red apple at the very top of the tree. It looks delicious and perfect. But the goal? The goal is the water and the sunlight you give the seed every single morning, even on the days when you can't see anything growing above the soil. You can't have the apple if you ignore the dirt.
Yeah, that's a powerful image because watering a seed feels boring. It doesn't feel like success yet, but it's the only way. And speaking of seeds, if you want to join our community and keep your English moving forward, make sure to hit that subscribe button for English Learn HQ.
Every time you listen to a lesson, You are watering your English tree. It's like a free pass to all our future conversations.
And we want to hear from you today. We want to know what's on your map. Tell us the big stuff. Is it moving your family to a new country? Is it getting a promotion? Or is it just being able to walk into a cafe in London and order coffee without feeling nervous? We promise to read every single one.
So, Michael, let's get real. The map is easy to look at, it's fun to dream, but buying the ticket, doing the actual work, is where people get stuck. How do we stop just dreaming and start acting?
It's all about what I call daily action. For years, I told everyone, I'm going to run a marathon one day. I even bought the most expensive running shoes and watched hours of videos of professional runners. But I never actually went outside. I was waiting for, motivation to arrive like a package in the mail. I thought one day I would just wake up feeling like a runner.
Hey, and let me guess, the package never came?
Never. Motivation is a terrible friend. It never shows up when you really need it. I realized that my dream was so big it felt scary, so I did nothing. Now, my goal isn't run 42 kilometers. My goal is simply put on my shoes and walk for 15 minutes. Even if it's raining, even if I'm tired, I can always do 15 minutes.
That is the secret. It's about making the goal so small that it's almost impossible to fail. If you make it too big, your brain gets scared and tries to protect you by making you stay on the sofa. I do the same with my dream of writing a book. I used to sit down and say, "Today, I will write chapter 1." And I would sit there for 2 hours staring at a white screen because chapter 1 felt like a giant mountain I couldn't climb.
So what did you do to fix that?
I gave up on chapters. I lowered the bar. Now I just write 200 words. That's it. Some days, those 200 words are terrible. They are boring. They have grammar mistakes. And I hate them. But they exist. They are on the page. And if you do that every day, suddenly, after 6 months, you look down and you have a finished manuscript.
Wow, 200 words. That's like 3 or 4 long text messages to a friend.
Exactly. When you think of it that way, it's manageable. But even with small goals, we have focus killers. These are the things that wait in the shadows to steal our time and energy.
Like the infinite scroll. You open your phone just to check one English word, and 40 minutes later, you're watching a video of a cat playing the piano. Our brains love that distraction because it's easier than working on a dream.
Ooh, we've all been there. My other focus killer is perfectionism. The feeling that if I can't do it perfectly, I shouldn't do it at all. To fight these, I use a visual anchor. On my desk, I have a small postcard of a beautiful, quiet, old library. When I feel tempted to check social media or give up, I see that library and I remember why I'm writing. It pulls my mind back to the path immediately.
That's a sturdy strategy, you know. We've used some great words today that I want to make sure our listeners really catch for their own vocabulary.
Good idea. Let's do a quick word tour, like the word sturdy, S-T-U-R-D-Y. It means strong, solid, and not easily broken. Think of a sturdy table or a sturdy pair of boots. Your goals need to be sturdy so they don't break when life gets busy.
An visual anchor. An anchor is that heavy metal object that keeps a giant ship from floating away. A visual anchor is a picture or object that keeps your mind from floating away from your dream. Try to find an anchor for your English study this week.
We also talked about feeling discouraged. That's a word everyone should know. It's that heavy, sad feeling when you think you aren't moving fast enough. If you feel discouraged today, please hear this. A slow step is still a step. Moving 1% is infinitely better than moving 0.
And finally, direction. Your dream is your direction. You don't have to be at the finish line today. As long as you are facing the right way and moving your feet, you are doing great.
You know, another word we should add is Consistent. That means doing something again and again. You don't need to be an expert. You just need to be consistent.
I like that. Consistency is the secret sauce of success. Jane, any final advice for our friends who are listening and maybe feeling like their dream is too far away?
I would say, be gentle with yourself. If you miss a day, don't throw away the whole dream. If you forget to study for a week, don't say I failed. Just start again the next morning. Your dream is patient. It doesn't have a deadline. It just has a direction.
We hope this conversation gave you a little bit of sturdy hope for your week. Thank you for spending your valuable time with us here at English Learn HQ.
Keep dreaming big, but remember to act very, very small today. I'm Jane.
And I'm Michael. We'll see you on the path next time.